What's up? Today I'm going to be showing you what's in my camera bag. Let's go. Alright, here's what I got in my camera bag. My lenses, this camera I'm currently using. Besides what I have in my camera bag, like Gorilla Pod, I have some extra lens caps, batteries, SD cards, stuff like that. Let's see here. Charger, another little tripod that came with the camera when I got it. This thing is actually coming pretty handy. This thing's like built solid. But this baby right here, this one can go anywhere. Wrap it around trees, branches, people, don't matter. I'm gonna go over everything one by one. I'm not gonna go into too many details or give you specs on each item, but I'm just gonna give you my personal opinion, how it's helped my photography, maybe something I don't like about it. And just to review, I currently have a Nikon D3500. I have two modern kit lenses that came with the camera when I bought it, and I have 3 vintage lenses. If this is your first time watching, my name is Charlie. I'm an aspiring photographer and videographer, and this is a channel dedicated to my journey towards achieving success in those fields. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. All right, here we go. All right, first off is my Nikon D3500. This is the first DSLR I've ever owned. It is a crop sensor camera. It has increased my confidence by many times. It takes great photos and it has taken me great places, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. Even though I'm looking into a full frame setup, I will always keep this baby because I think it was what really sparked my love for photography. It's easy to handle and it's easy to learn. It's got a great grip and the nice slit screen there. You can change the way you want it to look. Overall, this is a great camera, especially for somebody who's looking to get into their first DSLR, as long as you don't mind it being a crop sensor. These are the two kit lenses that came with my camera. I don't use them as often as I should, but they are very sharp and they focus right away. You know, all my other lenses are manual focus, so I've gotten kind of used to it, and it's kind of fun to me to use manual focus, and it kind of gets me more in tune with my images. This 18-55, it's very sharp. It feels very balanced on the camera, and this one caught one of my favorite images of all time. The rings are smooth, easy to turn, easy to handle. I love it. Up next is my second favorite lens. This is the Vivitar Series 1. It is 70 to 210 millimeter, and it does have a macro mode, and those images come out really nice. At wide open, it does have a bit of a haze, which I don't particularly love, but it is built like a tank, and it is also easy to turn, and I really like how I really like all the colors on it. Very old school, very retro. This one fits on the F mount by using this Minolta to F mount adapter, which I got on Amazon for like, I think it was like 20 bucks, but I'll show you some images of it wide open and you'll kind of see what I mean. It does have a bit of a haze. And also show you some macro shots. Downside to this lens, as with any big lens like this, is how much it throws off the balance of the camera, but you learn to cope with it. Alright, my newest, or new to me at least, Minolta Celtic. This is a 3.5 aperture, 135 millimeter lens, and just like the Vivitar, it's got some nice colorful writing on it, which I really like. I need to put a lens cap on this. It has a built-in lens hood. It is plastic. However, like this part right here feels pretty solid, and I haven't dropped it yet. I don't want to test it. And this one I got on eBay as well. I believe it was about 30 bucks. And I am using the same Minolta adapter as the Vivitar Series 1 to attach it to my Nikon D3500. So it's there's the mount. It's pretty clean. It does have a little bit of haze inside, but I can only see that when my aperture is, when my aperture is pretty closed up. But I like to, oh, there we go. Tested it. Damn. It's good. But I've taken some images with it, which I'll show you now. I like to keep them right around, this one I kept about 5.6 because wide open it does start to show a little chromatic aberration, you know, the purple stuff around your subjects, especially in bright lights. But I like it and I'm going to keep using it. And the reason I bought this lens is because I wanted to try a 135 millimeter. I know I have the Vivitar, but this is 135 prime, and I really want to start using more primes rather than the zoom lenses. All right, now before I move on, you'll probably notice that the background changed a little bit. I was rudely interrupted by my phone battery died, so I drove back into town, charged it on the way. I'm going to try and finish. So I'm going to show you, up next is my 50 millimeter Nikon f1.8, which is on my camera right now. So let me take that off. It takes amazing photos, very sharp, does very good in low light. It is 1.8. I'll show you some images right now. This baby is very solid. It's built like a tank, and it does very well in low light. The ridges on the focus ring and the aperture ring, they're very easy to turn, and the images are super sharp. All right, so those are the lenses that I have. Those are the ones that I use. I capture all my images with, unless I'm using my phone if I'm in a pinch. So as you can see, most of them are vintage, which means they're manual focus. You know, they don't work with the autofocus doesn't work with these lenses. It's not that I prefer the manual focus, but it is more fun to use. At least I think so. Some people can't stand it. All right, so if you have any questions about the lenses that I showed you, if you want to see more images on any of these lenses, go ahead and message me. Follow me on Instagram, easiest way to get a hold of me if you don't follow me there already. See you at the next one.